What is happening, great people? It's Zangieff, your Russian mate from Russia. And today I'm about to have a live stream with Natasha from the Year Russia channel. Now we are waiting for some people to come to this stream, and as well I wait for Natasha herself. So give us some minutes and we will begin. Thank you very much for coming, Prognoz. Prognoz Pogori. You know, yeah. I suppose you know, yeah, that your account name is translated like the forecast. Welcome, by the way, yeah, welcome to the channel, to my Instagram channel, those who have joined yesterday. I suppose everything has happened, yeah, because of the publication by Natasha. Yes, because yesterday it was so crazy. 20 people came to my Instagram account, and that's a big thanks to Natasha. Yeah. So, hi TH Hanno, hi Baby Castro, hi Deja. Oh, Deja, you here? Great to see. I may feel sick, but I'm still here. Yeah, I'm sorry about your state, man. I really do hope that you will get better. So now, yeah, just some minutes of waiting. I hope that everybody is doing great. I'm doing great myself. The weather seems to be awesome. It's sunny, and I suppose I will have a short walk after we finish this stream. Yeah, it is now 5 a.m. at my place. 5:58, right? It's 6 a.m. at my place. I did manage to wake up at 4:30. At 4:30. Yeah, but that's something that I'm doing now for several days in a row. Because, I don't know, some kind of an insomnia. But today it was great. It was great today to be waking up at this time. Yeah, because today I have a great reason to do so. Just give me a sec. Yeah, so I just sent the link. To this stream to Natasha because I do understand how these notifications work. Well, she knows herself, yeah, that we are about to start. Yeah, but anyway, I suppose that some people get notifications like even half hour after the stream has already started, unfortunately. And at this point the stream might have already ended. Yeah, so that's a pity, because when you're making a live stream, what the Instagram says is that it sends some invites to some people, right? But it says that it sends invites to some people, yes, not to all of your subscribers. Then it sends some more and some more. Question is, why cannot you do this just at the same time, everybody? Yeah, I see that Natasha is here. Прогноз погоды, доброе утро. I see your request, Natasha, thank you. And Привет.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you see and hear me well?
At this point, yes. Do you hear and see me well as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's great. I was just testing my connection half an hour before. Oh my God, so many people coming. It's all because of you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I never seen such. I never seen such numbers here. Yeah. So, I gotta have some kind of first experience for myself as well. Do I understand correctly that you have not much made any live streams before?
Yeah, I'm actually in the same situation as you now, because I've never made an Instagram live stream. Maybe only, 4 years ago, I was like, I remember I was drinking tea with my best friend, and we started the live stream, and it was so embarrassing and cringy. So after 5 minutes, I ended it. Yeah. So also, it is challenging for me now because it is English, and I cannot cut anything because it is not a video; it is a live stream.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's a good practice. It's like the useful stress for your conscious. Yeah, but
yeah,
I saw that you have a lot of streams on YouTube and
yeah.
streams
I
of
do some.
how you're walking in the streets of Moscow and so on.
It's already some kind of joke, some kind of joke of my community. Yeah, that every time when I'm making a live stream, most probably I would be walking. But it's not about the YouTube. Yes, it's more about the Instagram because, like, indeed, I do a lot more of live stream than Instagram because they are just random. For example, I'm indeed walking somewhere and I want to have some communication with my audience, and I make a live stream, and just another thing they see is me walking once again. Yeah, so that's some kind of a joke. We have. But as for the YouTube, yes, indeed, I'm making live streams there. Just I suppose for about 3 months already. Yeah, because I'm making them on Sundays, and
Mm.
today is about to be the Sunday live number 12. So yeah, 12 weeks I've been doing them. That's right.
Mm.
That is, from my side, I can tell you that that is really an insane experience because, yeah, you do get some kind of a stress when talking to the people. You do understand that you have to control everything you are saying, right? And at the same moment, you don't have any chance to um, correct any mistakes, language mistakes, or whatever, while making a montage, yeah, because you cannot make any. And I can definitely tell you that, like, since 3 months ago, yeah, when I started, my English has indeed improved. So
Mm.
now the level of my speaking English is really different from what I used to be having like several months ago, only because of this live streaming. So I was not searching or looking for extra vocabulary, extra grammar forms or whatever. You know everything already. I suppose that you know yourself know everything already as well. Yeah, so just practice.
Yeah, I agree because I noticed that I don't really get a lot of practice of English in my university, but I used to study to teach Russian, and I had online classes with people from Canada, America, I mean, the United States. And after each class, I felt that, like, what just happened because it was a big stress for my mind. Because, yeah, here in Russia, unfortunately, I don't get a lot of practice. And even after, so I actually learn scripts for some of my videos by heart. If it's not a walking tour, if it's not a vlog, I mean, for example, like any video where I'm at home, of course, I prepare the text in advance. And when I learn it, I feel that after that video, my English becomes better. Yeah, so
And that and
we all need practice.
yeah, and that's actually like, that is a big drawback of such videos when you are making a script, because on one hand, you are making a script and you do know in advance what you're going to be saying. Yeah, so there is a less chance to make a mistake. Yes, you can make a more fancier sentence, whatever. But the problem is that you have to learn it by heart. Yes, and this actually is indeed a bigger problem than if you just say something on live stream. This happens, yeah, by the snap of the fingers, and that's it. Yeah, you are done. But while making those videos with the script, like, you go once again, once again, once again, the same sentence, and that really sometimes can get you mad, because I did have this experience myself as well. Yeah, I know. By the way, very important thing regarding the live streams. Do you have anything to drink?
Yeah, I actually prepared really well. I have tea and water.
Yeah, because, like, as I as I know, as of my experience, when you're making a live stream and you're talking too much, so uh, in some minutes you definitely want to drink some.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
see some comments here. People are saying that, uh, yeah, there was some comment about English. Thank you, guys. About Putin. Trudeau. Yeah, that's why I
Trudeau,
don't
you
know how to communicate with the live chat because the messages are coming so fast.
yeah.
So, guys, in the end of this stream, we will be trying to answer some of your questions. So, just don't try not to spam, and we will try to remember that questions. Maybe I'll write them down. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that is a great idea. By the way, yeah, I never thought of it. That we can actually have some extra time in the end to be answering to the questions. Because for me, usually, yeah. So I'm getting new experience myself today because usually on my streams I don't have that many people at the same time. So I usually try to keep up with every message that comes. But I do understand that just physically I wouldn't be able to do this during today's stream. By the way, guys, as far as I know, there is some kind of there is a special box for questions, just not in the comment section, yeah, but next
Oh,
to it.
really?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
do
I
you see
see.
do you see actually next to the field where you should tap to leave a comment? Yeah. Then there is a button that you have pressed, the
Yeah,
request of
it's like
video
a
chat,
cloud.
and then there are questions. So you can right now. You can right now hit it. Yes, and I see here that there are 4 questions already. And by the way, there is one question from Mel0422 that I wanted to ask myself. I suppose let's begin with this one because, yeah, I was wondering about this as well. Natasha, did you graduate?
Oh,
Or
is it
this?
like one of the questions?
Yeah, it is one of the questions, and this is indeed something that I wanted to ask you, so that's a coincidence.
Well, how to
Just
start? This is a topic that I'm going to discuss in one of my next videos. So yeah, advertising for my next video. But there's some crazy stuff going on, and I just I didn't graduate. I'm not graduating this month, but I will be in February. So yeah, and I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I had some problems with my thesis. I passed all the exams, but at the last moment, it all happened, and uh, actually, my life didn't change much because I wasn't going to use that diploma anyways in the next month because I was going um, to spend my summer just to relax, maybe to travel a bit. So yeah, I'm still a student of my favorite Pacific National University.
I see. I'm sorry to
That's
hear.
why I don't have time for live streams.
I see.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope that everything will be fine. I do more or less kind of understand what kind of situation you might have since you made a reference to February. Yeah, but I suppose everything will be all right. But yeah, guys, the main thing here, yeah, that we can actually discuss talking about Russia is that it is really, I suppose, a spread. I mean, some kind of a phrase, yes, that the that you need this some kind of education just for a paper, right? So the question is that, for example, you, Natasha, do you think that your education, by the way, what is your specialization? Yes, unfortunately, I don't know this at this moment. Yeah, do you think it would indeed be able to help you to then get a job and work in Russia or somewhere else, or you indeed maybe think of it of just the period of life that would just finish and that's it?
Well, on one hand, I do think that our Russian education is really outdated and it could be improved. And I studied in America as an exchange student, and I saw this difference. So I don't like many things in our universities, but at the same time, I think that the degree, the bachelor's degree, is necessary because almost everywhere, especially in the official government jobs, you have to provide them with a diploma because to show that you're a professional. And yeah, it's still, it's not just a piece of paper. It's valid, like the proof that you studied for 4 years. And also, I think that it can be a means for the next stage to get the master's degree, probably somewhere abroad. So I'm not saying that, oh, I don't need education, I'm making money on YouTube. Yeah, I'm like Morgenstern. You know him? Morgenstern, the Russian rapper.
Of course. I
Yeah.
suppose everybody knows him.
Yeah, I mean, he's really peculiar. So he just quits his university, but this is some unique situation. And yeah, I still do just study. I mean, will finish it eventually. But at the same time, I don't know.
But I suppose that the situation actually might be really similar to what happens in average. Yeah, I suppose that many people here who do as well have some education, whatever the place, yes, the US, the UK, different other countries. I suppose that most of the people maybe do not use their specialization that they got through their university study at their main place of work, right? For example, myself, yes, I already graduated, so I both have bachelor and master's degrees. I finished finance and credit and financial management areas, but in fact, I work as a internal auditor of the business processes. It's in finance as well, right? But I'm not working with the financial ratios that I've been studying for several years. Yes, with all this stocks and whatever. Yeah, so this is not the part of my involvement. Once again, yes, it did help me to get the job for the first time, but that's probably the only time in your life when you would need it. Yeah, because then when you would change the job, for example, yeah, I suppose they would just already ask you about your previous experience, and that's it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you, what is your like? How did you study English so well?
Do you think it's well?
Because I thought that you were an interpreter or maybe an English teacher, because your English is really good.
Well, first of all, thank you for this. And no, I have never been an interpreter. Yeah, I never studied to be one, and I was never studying in some specific school. Like, you know, there are some schools, yes, that have an intense English classes, if I can call them such. Yes, and once again, I did not study in my university. I did not have this language specialization. So I don't know. So my mom made me start attending additional courses since 6 years old, and it was like twice a week, like 1.5 hours for a lesson. Yeah, and that's what I've been doing for years. I wouldn't say that that is something that would indeed help you, yeah, improve your English and get the level, the one that I have, because they're supposed to be sleeping. It's 6 a.m. Why did they wake up? All right, maybe it's me. So the thing is that a lot of people, I don't know about Khabarovsk. Yes, I'm talking about the experience that I see here. Yeah, but I think it's quite similar. So many people do attend additional courses. Yeah, in addition to the school, many people do learn English. But the problem is that just a lot of people, I would say maybe 100% of people that I know that have been a part of the same group, yeah, English groups where I was studying, they don't have the level of English that I do. So partially, I would say that this is just, I don't know, luck, skills. That's it. But just a quick one. As I said, so first of all, what you need is some practice. Yeah, because once again, after making these live streams, I do really feel that my speaking skills, they increased. And by the way, I suppose that for any learner of any language, advice from my side, guys, set some goals. Yeah, so for example, I have managed to pass like 4 Cambridge exams. Staying here in Russia, yeah. So maybe you heard of him, maybe you heard of them, like FCE, CAE, first certificate in English, certificate in advanced English, like this. Yeah, then I got some in financial English and business English. But anyway, this is something that makes you kind of motivated, yeah, to get some results. I suppose that would be the same as if you would be preparing for any exam. In our case, yeah, for example, ЕГЭ, yeah. So you really kind of spend your time to get to some kind of a result. The same here. But I did it a long time ago.
I just like this comment. The KGB taught Zangieff English is what he's trying to say.
Trying to what?
That KGB taught your English, and this is what you're trying to say. That is KGB jokes. Yeah, so this is like the introduction of our live stream, I think.
Yeah.
Before we discuss it, we wanted to start with like introduction of ourselves, who we are, and how we met each other here on this platform. So, shall we start? I mean, we already started.
Yeah, so would you like to be the first?
Yeah, I just want to say hi again to all the people who are watching us, or maybe who will be watching us afterwards. And yeah, what do I have to say? My name is Natasha. I am a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. Yes, I already said this. And this is my first live stream in a while. And today we will be discussing some things about like life in Russia, about differences between Russian regions, and yeah, welcome.
Guys, right now I will send a message. I will spam this comment box with a lot of smiles that are related with congratulations, with something like this. Do the same. Let's congratulate Natasha on having the first live stream here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let me quickly make this weird move, maybe weird for you and your audience, yes, but my audience usually, I suppose, is seeing me like this. Just give me a sec. So yeah, if you did manage to see my channel.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I thought that you would be wearing it like from the beginning. This Russian ushanka.
But like, you know, there is a Russian tradition. You should take off your hat. Yes, when you're talking to a nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I would not be using that hat that much. So just quickly. Yeah, so hi everybody. My name is Zangieff and it's your Russian made from Russia. Yeah, so Zangieff, actually, many of you could think that this is a Street Fighter, the name of the Street Fighter character. That's true. And as well, this is my real life surname, as I use as the name of the channel. I make... Yeah, I have a cat. And and I do have a YouTube channel as well. Not as successful at this point as Natasha's, yes, but I have a bit different type of content. I'm making mainly right now. I'm making reactions video, and I'm doing this just to communicate with the audience. That's the main goal. So the thing is that I'm quite limited in time right now. Yes, but I do really want to find new people, and I use these reactions, yeah, just exactly to do this, yeah, to find some people. But I'm looking forward to be making some vlogs, yeah, some videos about Russia, just as Natasha, just in a while. Yeah. Short one from my side, and let me take off this hat.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, actually, I suppose that would be really interesting kind of to try to identify some kind of interest in differences, yeah, between the places where we live, because I see that Zangieff doesn't pay attention to his children. Yeah, that's interesting. No, I do, guys. So the thing is that there was a question in the comment box. Do we live next to each other? Yeah, because both of us have some kind of light. Yeah, so it seems like we are nearby, but no, guys, actually we have a 7-hour difference right now, because I'm living in the western part. It's called the European part, yeah, but let's say western part of Russia, yes, and Natasha is from the very east. So yeah, we have a 7-hour difference. I myself live in Moscow. Natasha, you are in Khabarovsk, right?
Right.
I see.
Yeah.
So Khabarovsk is, in comparison with Moscow, yeah, it is supposed to be a city, though it is not. No, it is supposed to be a big one. Just I took a look that you have actually about 600,000 people as a population. Do you
Yeah.
actually know what is some kind of a ranking of your city in terms of Russia? This is not something that everybody knows. I don't understand, but anyway,
Do you mean a rating by popularity or by some other?
population.
Oh, population. Yeah, I just said popularity.
Maybe
So
popularity. If you have some information, yeah, that would be interesting as well.
yeah, fun fact. Actually, one time Khabarovsk was considered one of the most green and clean cities of Russia, along with St. Petersburg and maybe something else. Yeah, because we indeed have a lot of green
Hmm.
trees here. But yeah, I know that obviously in Russia the two big cities are Moscow and Petersburg, and we have some cities that are called millionaires, right? It's like Kazan, Nizhny Novgorod, and many other cities. And here in the Far East, we don't have a lot of big cities. I can count them, just a few of them. It's Vladivostok, Khabarovsk, Yakutsk. Even though Yakutsk is just about 300,000 population. So here, Khabarovsk is considered a big city here because it's 600,000, and Vladivostok is the same. And an interesting thing is that there's kind of a rivalry between Khabarovsk and Vladivostok, like between Moscow and St. Petersburg. But here, Khabarovsk and Vladivostok are even on the same level in terms of population, just geographical position, I mean, the location, history. So, what was the question? I forgot. It's like,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
Khabarovsk.
the question is, do you think in terms of Russia, yes, Khabarovsk is supposed to be a big one? And as far as I understand, actually, I don't know the statistics by myself, but I saw there was a comment that Russia has like about 30 cities with more than 1 million population. I thought that we actually had less number of those.
About
Yeah, but
15.
I don't know. Maybe you know this better, Bruce. Bruce Holt, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
um,
what what can we identify as a difference? So when I would be thinking about some kind of regional city, yeah, the first idea that I would come up with, and I suppose I would guess here, is that you don't have a subway, because I suppose
right.
that is something that is really present, like in a, I don't know, under 10 places in Russia, I guess. So mainly it's public transport, the ground one, yeah.
I actually thought that there's only that underground only is in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Do other
Um,
cities have it as well?
as far as I understand from the Metro video game, there is supposed to be one in Novosibirsk
Oh, okay.
as well. I am not sure. Maybe there is some subway in Yekaterinburg.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somewhere else. Yeah, but I'm more than sure that Moscow and Saint Pete are not the only ones. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the transportation is a big like is a big problem for us because here in the Far East, as I said, we don't have a lot of cities, and the distance between them is really huge. And so it's like one person per 1 square kilometer here in the Far East. So the density of the population is really low, while I suppose that in the European part of Russia, if you're driving like 20 minutes from Moscow, there will be like another region, a lot of villages. But here we have just forests,
Mm,
fields, some destroyed villages. So yeah, I think life here it's not that different, but The only difference is that we're just far from each other. Because so to take a train from Khabarovsk to Vladivostok is about 9 hours. It's about 9 hours by train, and for us it's close and fast. But I remember when people from Moscow came to some event here in Khabarovsk, and I told them that, oh, this is so fast. They were surprised because for them it is a big distance. What do you think about it? Is 9 hours by train a big distance for you?
No, no, actually, I wouldn't think so because, like, I can't say that I have traveled using the train much, but let's say that I went to Saint Petersburg for several times, yeah, and before they introduced the fast trains that can
Substance?
that can
Do you mean
преодолеть.
Subsan
Go,
train?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go through like 700 kilometers or about 450 miles within 4 hours. Right. So before that, I was using a train, which you would like take a seat in the evening. Yes, you would have one night in the train, and early in the morning you would arrive. So I suppose it is something like 9 hours. When I was going by train to the Black Sea, it was about one day. So yeah, it was longer. And I did not have a longer trips in my life, I suppose. I suppose no. I suppose that 9 hours is not a big difference in distance, because like in terms of Russia, to go, for example, from Moscow to Black Sea, it would take about one day, maybe no, some less. Yeah, but once again, take a look at the map. Yeah, see where Moscow is, where the Black Sea is, and for example, where Khabarovsk is. Yeah, so
Oh
in
yeah.
terms of Russia, of course, this is a very small amount.
Yes. I know. I used to sit. Um,
By the way, did you ever think of crossing Russia by train, that's Moscow, Vladivostok, 7 days, or you would think that you would just lose 7 days of your life?
yeah, actually, I'm going to fly to Moscow soon just to walk there. And on my way back, I thought maybe I should take this Trans-Siberian Railway. But at the same time, I would like to stop in every city. Like I would like to see uh, Novosibirsk, Krasnoyarsk, and for each city, I think I need at least 3 days. And this Trans-Siberian Railway is just 7 days of sitting in the train, so you don't have the opportunity to go out. So I think maybe I will do it, but with with breaks. So it will not be. It should be, I think, a month trip, not 7 days trip.
I see, I see. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be some kind of like a Euro trip, but in terms of Russia. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose that. Well, I'm really interested. I'm really interested about how the cities look in Russia as well, because I cannot say that I did manage to visit many of them. When I was watching videos of yours, it was actually kind of reminding me of Saratov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I suppose maybe it's one of the only regional places I've been to. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm calling yeah everything outside from Moscow regional, but I got used to like this. Yeah, just so that to some kind of say that it is something, yeah, outside from the place that I live, right? Because my wife, she comes initially from that city, so I was with her there for several times, and it really reminds me of the place how it is looks like in Khabarovsk. Yeah, so mainly I suppose maybe the cities in Russia, they really look at
The
some point
same.
the same, but I
Yeah.
suppose that still every place has a lot of its kind of unique side. Because in Saratov, for example, there is a Volga River with a big bridge,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers or 2 miles wide. The river coming through the city,
Yeah.
right?
I know.
And
I
that's
remember.
indeed something great.
Yeah, I remember at school we studied that Volga is like a big river, and in my school we studied. I mean, I'm originally not from Khabarovsk, but from a smaller town, Spask,
Spassk,
just
I heard.
60,000 people. It's like it's in Primorsky Krai, closer to Vladivostok. So I lived in like the edge of Russia, but there we still studied like Volga River, Red Square, and we never actually we never studied our local history and geography, which I think is sad because I like everything about like local identity, Far Eastern identity. I like to talk about it, and I like to tell the world about Khabarovsk, about the differences, and that's what we are doing now, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that cities in Russia, they kind of look the same, maybe because of the Soviet past, because all cities they have a big square, not all, but they are supposed to have it, a big square. Do you know Russian journalist and urbanist Varlamov, Ilya Varlamov?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so he once posted like a picture of a typical Russian city. So there should be a square named after Lenin, a street named after Lenin, maybe a river, or maybe if it's a city on the shore of the sea, some parks, boulevards. So yeah, but I can mainly speak about the difference of Khabarovsk and Vladivostok because Vladivostok is a port city and it has its own vibe, and I would say it is more like the nightlife in Vladivostok is more developed, and there are lots of clubs, and I don't know, it's just more artsy, and but also it's a city on the hills, and there are a lot of traffic jams, while Khabarovsk is more widespread and more greener. And yeah, I actually have a map of Khabarovsk just in front of me on my wall, and I like to look at it.
By the way, just if to think about what you would you like to improve in Khabarovsk, not talking about the people, yes, and the way the things work, but maybe just talking about some kind of infrastructure of the city, what would you change? It can be anything. You can just say that I want to have more clubs like in Vladivostok. It's okay.
I think we have enough clubs. I think I would like to remove these ugly malls. This in Russian it's called торговый center, right?
Yeah.
So they are really. So we have a really nice architecture from the 19th century when Khabarovsk was just founded, and this style is called a Rus, or Russian style. But just next to it, yeah, there are some Soviet buildings that are also okay. Actually, they are not because they're ugly, just ugly boxes. But it is at least something. It is at least our Soviet heritage. But what I don't like the most is these modern malls. They are really tasteless, and they are usually really high, and they just. I know that.
Just like a big box made out of concrete and glass without any art. Yeah, let's say so, without any безвкуса, without any taste.
Yeah, I know that in cities in Europe and in the United States there is such a thing as city code, when like cities are not allowed to build buildings higher than some particular height. But here, I mean, money solve everything, and if some businessman wants to build a high-rise apartment building, they will do it, even though it just spoils the look of the whole city. I'm not an architect, but I'm a little bit interested in urbanistics. I would like to study it more, like to read some books. I even have one, but I unfortunately still reading it. So yeah, I would remove these ugly buildings. Maybe also I would make the city more accessible for people on wheelchairs. We even had some like social experiments when people would sit on a wheelchair and try to just walk in the city, and they would often stumble at some curb, you know, it's some road pits, and yeah, so our Russian cities, they are completely not projected, not developed for how to say, for people on
For
the
people who are
wheelchair.
using the wheelchair, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, so
uh,
there's a lot to
mhm.
change, I think.
Actually, I could say that we here we have, yeah, some special equipment, yes, for these necessities. However, this is not spread like everywhere, because I myself, so I'm using a stroller, yeah, for kids. And
Hmm.
the thing is that in most situations, this type of ramp, yeah, stroller ramp, I would say, so, no,
Rails, you mean the railway?
no,
No.
not the railway, like the thing that you have alongside with the stairs, right? That you
Yeah,
use.
yeah, we
Yeah,
do
no, this
have
one.
it.
Yeah. So as far as I understand, it's called a ramp, maybe. Yeah, because I saw there was a comment from one of my live streams where I was showing it. So the thing is that I do myself need those in the city. So I do myself some kind of identify whether it is kind of hard or not hard, yes, to be transporting throughout the city. And let's say that I really do not much understand how people just go to the subway. Because, yeah, we do have this kind of ramps everywhere. But the thing is that one thing is when you're standing and you are holding a stroller, yeah, and then you are just taking it down, it's fine. But if you're the one sitting in the wheelchair and you have to somehow get down, I don't I don't see this happening. Especially like in the subway when we have a lot of escalators. Of course, this kind of services, they do exist. Yes, some public services that kind of help you, yes, to get transported from place A to place B. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that that'd be quite easy. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we do have something. Do have some infrastructure. Yeah.
Hmm.
You yourself, you were to Moscow, right?
Yeah, I
Already.
went there 2 years ago when I was going to get visa for the United States.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's funny, but I spent only 4 days in Moscow. I lived 8 months in America, I mean in the United States, but only 4 days in Moscow. So it is strange. But yeah, it was a nice, even for these 4 days, I managed to see different districts, the remote districts, and the beautiful center of the city. So yeah, I had a good impression because
But
of it.
talking about the differences, I suppose that maybe you could give more feedback than I could, because I never been to Khabarovsk, yeah, but you managed to be both in Khabarovsk and in Moscow. Yeah, maybe just something on top of your head, maybe just one thing. Did you have any thoughts when coming to Moscow? Yeah, when you were already here, just did you see something that would really seem maybe strange or different from the way it works in Khabarovsk?
Moscow has a lot of money, and here in the Far East, uh, we experience it not only because our like schools and hospitals are under financed, underpaid, but just because this we kind of look up at Moscow because um, we see it as something superior to us. And I was so surprised when I came to the Red Square and I uh, saw that it is actually a narrow place because um, living in
Mm.
Spassky, I would always see like this 9th of May parade. I just thought that the Red Square is bigger, is larger, but then I think that I expanded my picture of the world. Oh, I think this phrase doesn't exist. I mean, I started to understand the world and just Russia more when I visited Moscow, and I'm like, yes, this is the Red Square. I'm standing here. Yes, it is. It does exist. Um, so yeah, I would name these two things. That at first, it's just the feeling of uh, remoteness. Just we are really far from Moscow. We are far, and we all our like all the laws, all the agenda comes from there, and money too. yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to look as, you know, an angry peasant who is like angry with the center. No, I do understand
No,
that.
no, it's
I do understand that it is just historically a historical situation that Russia is centralized, and in some point it's even necessary that Moscow allocates all the money. And I think that when I visited Moscow, I was inspired because I finally understood why some foreigners like Russia so much after seeing Moscow. Because
mm.
living in Spassky and seeing like destroyed everything, I didn't understand it. But when I saw the nice, like I walked in the Kitai-Gorod district
Uh-huh.
and in some other districts, and I saw that it is really neat. The roads are clean, and people are just really like well dressed, or just people were polite too, and I understood. Also, I saw a lot of historical buildings, beautiful architecture, and I finally like saw the history of Russia, and I understood that yeah, I live in Russia too, but Far East is a young Russia. But this is our like origins, roots, whatever. So yeah,
So as far as I know, by the way, so I took a look quickly today, right before the streams. As far as I know, Khabarovsk is just a bit older than 100 years old, right? So it's like
yeah.
1880s was the first.
Khabarovsk was founded in 1858, but I cannot count how old it is now because I'm bad at math. But yeah, so it is a young city. It's about 100 something, and Moscow is about
Mm.
actually how old Moscow is?
So
800.
the official year, yeah, that is supposed to be the year of foundation is usually the not usually, but it's the year of the first some kind of
Mentioning.
yeah mentioning in the documents, and it was documented like 1147, right? So it's
Mhm, mhm.
soon, not quite soon, yeah, I suppose we'll still be alive. It will be 900 years, 900 years after Moscow's
Mm. Yeah, but
existence,
Moscow,
yeah.
uh, it's not the oldest city in Russia because there are cities like Pskov and maybe mm, even Veliki Novgorod. I remember that in my at school when actually even it was even before we started having history classes. I was just fascinated with Russian history. I read books about Russian like knyaz, prince.
Dutch, Duke.
Yeah, yeah, dukes,
No, no, I suppose
Yaroslav.
Dutch. Dutch, Duke это граф.
Okay, Dutch. So all of this interesting stuff with Igor, Oleg, Olga, who burned the village. It was just really interesting. Yeah, so I really enjoy this part of Russian history where all this country has its origins. So yeah,
Mm.
but
Uh,
also
mhm.
yeah, I just wanted to add about the relationships between Moscow and Far East. When I talked with guys from the European part of Russia, I had this experience when I went to America, and I have a lot of friends from the western part of Russia, and when I talked to them, they were really interested to ask me about the Far East, but at the same time, I noticed that they don't really know about us, not because they're like ignorant or just don't want to, but just because we ourselves are really not developed and you just don't hear about us because there's
Mm.
nothing like Vladivostok, China, okay, Khabarovsk, I don't know, so just there's nothing happening here almost, but at the same time, I live here, so like we have the same schools, the same people, food, money, currency, and so on. So I feel that we have some life here, but probably people in the European part of Russia just don't hear from us often. That's why.
I see. I see. Actually, a specific question from my side. It might be stereotypical, but are there many cars coming from Japan in
Right.
your place?
Yeah. Yeah, there are many cars. Actually, my friend Zach the Russian, he's also
Hmm.
like a YouTuber. He made a whole video about it, and I think it's because it is cheap, and especially in the 2000s, people from Vladivostok and Khabarovsk were going to Japan and reselling that cars. And yeah, there are a lot of cars with the right wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, so, but I thought that it is like this in other cities too. But apparently in Moscow you have more like European cars, right?
I suppose that here we have a lot of different cars, like from everywhere. And when I was asking about the Japanese cars from at your place, yeah, I was mainly wondering about probably the used cars. Yeah, because I suppose that maybe
Mm-hmm.
the used cars are very much imported from
Yeah, that's
Japan
right.
to the eastern part of Russia. Because I don't know actually whether these processes work right now. Yes, but back in the days, like in the 90s as well, there were a lot, just a big process, yes, of kind of shipping this used cars from from Japan to Russia, yeah, coming through the eastern part of Russia, then going throughout the whole country. Yeah, so now actually I don't know whether such exists or not, because maybe once if I would buy a car, yeah, and maybe I wouldn't afford a new one, maybe getting a car from Japan would be a good idea, but only if they have the left version, the left side
Mm-hmm. The left
wheel
wheel.
version, but I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah. Well, by the way, I was just wondering, what about time? So it seems like we have actually been here for about 50 minutes. That's quite a lot of time. That's fine for me. So I suppose that maybe uh, if
But
huh?
I mean, we can talk because I just really interesting for me. So I thought that 1 hour will be okay, but we can talk even more because I'm free now.
All right,
I'm
all
free
right,
student.
all right.
I don't work. So yeah.
And so yeah, quite a personal question. Maybe if you see yourself working, no, as far as I understand, you're not employed right now. Yeah, but whom would you like to see yourself? If we are not talking about this, I'm gonna be YouTuber, yes, and this stuff. But just whom did you see yourself? Maybe some months, some years ago. Yeah.
This is a good and a very scary question because
We can skip it.
yeah, no, I can answer, but at the same time I can't because I don't know. Because I think I haven't found a field that I'm interested in yet. Actually, I discussed it in one of my winter videos, and after that, I got a big feedback from my audience, and people would send me links to different master's programs abroad, or just giving me some ideas. And I understood that I like social anthropology as a science, but at the same time, I don't have like a background and. I'm interested in such like in social issues like feminism, like racism, and I'm interested also in media and how just I don't know how to shape these all things, how to call it, but it's not journalism because I think I wouldn't like to be like just I think journalism is too active for me. Um, Something related to public relations, like
Mm.
working with people, right? There works uh, uh, people, computers, people, like materials. So I think I'm only suitable for working with other people. At the same time, I don't have so much experience in it, and I'm a little bit scared, but at the same time, I think I will be fine because it also, yeah, it also has something to do with my future. I still want to study abroad. I had some experience in the United States, and I'm now thinking of ways how to move from Russia, or maybe I will decide to stay in Russia. But now I'm thinking about masters somewhere abroad, but I'm not sure what degree, what topic I should study. So this is really vague, as you can see.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I was no, all right. I will not much. I will not much deep dive into this. Yeah, but since I was trying to understand what you mean, yeah. So this I wrote it down. Social anthropology. So this is some kind of a science, I suppose, where you discover how things work in the society,
Yeah,
or
I think so. Maybe so. Yeah, I'm interested in sociology,
yeah, yeah.
sociology in Russian.
Hmm.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm a completely humanitarian, as we say. So I don't know math. It's not that I know. Actually, I was good at math until the ninth grade at school. Yeah, but I just don't like chemistry, physics, so I'm not an engineer, so I'm not actually that wanted in the United States, so it is harder for us. You know this joke about humanitarians, humanitarian, and technicians, technari, so that when you're a humanitarian, the only option we have is McDonald's or KFC. I think it's just a stupid joke, it's not true, but I think if I liked something like engineering or IT, it would be better for me in this modern world.
Yeah, because I see actually there was some comments. Yes, I see from 007 Pablo 007 public relations. Public relations. Yeah, so this is another field maybe that maybe could interest you because you were talking about communicating with people. Yeah, so maybe something like public relations could be as well applicable for
Yeah, also
you.
somebody messaged about the law school. I don't
Viking,
know.
have a good night.
Yeah, guys, we do
Yeah.
read your comments, but just sometimes they're very fast, and you can leave your question here in the special place. Are there any questions already? No,
Why?
but yeah, just next to this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
What is this?
The questions.
Oh, really? Why don't I see them?
Uh,
I see type in your question. So I'm like a guest on this screen. I'm not. I can't.
oh,
Okay, so I can't see the question, but it's okay.
oh, I see. So it seems like since I made the stream, I'm considered to be a host, and I'm the only one seeing this. Interesting, interesting. Because I gotta double check it later. Because I suppose when I was making a stream with another YouTuber, Crazy Russian Sergey, I suppose that both of us were able to see these questions. Yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. Where should I find it? I just sent.
if you sent a question
But
that
I
is
can
not,
send some sticker. Or sorry,
no,
you were saying something.
no, I was trying to understand myself. Do I see anything? No, actually, I don't see anything from. It
This is
seems.
my picture in Russia. Do you see?
Oh, I didn't see that coming. So how did you do it? So there are some kind of filters. I will not.
Yeah, next to that small window, there's this
This one.
emoji.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Oi. Yeah. What is happening
Yeah.
in Zangieff? You're Russian made from Russia. Yeah. No, I will switch that off.
People
Yeah.
watching us, like, what is going on?
So yeah, guys, just a bit later, coming to the end, we'll definitely take a look at the questions. Yes, if you have some questions about Russia or about Moscow or about Khabarovsk, yeah, please feel free to leave them. At this point, actually, I would like to ask you about some YouTube stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I was really, I saw some videos of yours. Yeah, I saw some kind of I don't know, upload rate when you started to do this, yeah, and etc. But anyway, I would like to maybe hear a bit of history from you yourself. And the
Mm-hmm.
first question would be just applicable for anybody. How did you manage to start it? Yeah, how did you come up with the idea that, hey, I want to make this channel, this type of videos? And I don't know, maybe before you did manage to film something different, like I'm doing right now. Yeah, so I'm making reaction videos, yeah, to have some kind of communication. Yeah, but maybe then I will switch to vlogs. Yeah, but initially vlogs would not be something that I started with. So what is your story?
Yeah, so I like this question uh, because I think that I've been always interested in making videos with my friends. We would make something uh, like a video about healthy lifestyle and milk. And just yeah, it was cringy, but we won a TV set for that contest when I was 12, and
Mm,
this kind of inspired me. This was my first experience of managing my friends to make like a film. Then we made a Twilight parody. Then we made some like fantasy movie. Um, but as for this channel, I started it in 2018, and when I was on my second year of my university, and then I kind of
mm,
freeze it,
the
because
same.
yeah, I just made a break because I made just two videos about my dormitory and about New Year in Russia, the holiday. And then I won that scholarship to the United States. And since I was in the United States, I just stopped making videos about Russia. But then I returned, and the time of my returning was exactly the pandemic, and it was a hard time. I didn't actually thought that I would be able to develop my channel to that very level. So I continued making videos about like Russian language, some songs, breakdowns. But in the summer of the 2020, something changed and I started to make more videos. I just started to post videos consistently, sometimes even once a week. But I still was a small channel. I was about 4,000 subscribers until February. And
Mm.
on February, something really, I think, magical happened because my old video about my hometown got into how it's called, like YouTube recommendation
Algorithm.
algorithm. Yeah, this magic, how it's like almighty algorithm. And it started boosting my video about Spassky, and just in 1 week, I think it all started on the 4th of February of this year, but just in 1 week, I achieved 100,000 subscribers.
From
And
four.
yeah, from four, just in 1 week or maybe just in 10 days. And actually, some people, some Russian bloggers, uh, tend to say that the YouTube algorithm made my videos popular on purpose only because I was like uh, talking badly about Russia in that videos, even though that video about Russian politics was posted after my video about Spassky got promoted. So yeah, I don't think it is about politics. It is just because YouTube wants to make money, and I turned on the monetization on my um, videos prior to this. And I think this is how it works. YouTube just promotes it one my video, and the number of my subscribers started accelerating very fast, and it is what it is. And actually, it was a big stress for me in February because I was um, because I just couldn't believe such a big number. because I started getting a lot of messages, comments, Patreon, PayPal support too, and it is really helpful. And I didn't like all my goals. I achieved all my goals that I wanted, because now for me YouTube is my like job, even though temporary job, but still it is my place for self-expression, for just trying to make art, you know. So because I like video making. Even when I went to the United States, I took the class called I don't remember, but it was about video making, yeah. So I just like it, and for me, I can experiment with different genres. I can try just I can film whatever I want, and I just feel such a freedom. And also, I think a big like mission that I have is to tell people about Russia. I got a lot of messages from people that where they thank me for like enlightening them, because not many people know about Russia, and especially the Far East. So I'm really happy that this all happens, and I think that it wasn't planned, but this happened. So now I have such a big YouTube channel and just a lot of plans ahead of me. So yeah.
That's a very good story. That's a very good story, and you know, I'm really happy. I'm really happy for you to be having this experience, because I do exactly understand what you mean. Because, like, for me, even several hundreds and now just some thousands on YouTube were and are still a big number. So now I have a bit less than 4,000 great people. Yeah, but still, this is not something that I was seeing coming, because like I never had such amounts in any of my socials. Yes, even if to summarize them. And so yeah, I don't understand what you mean. And by the way, there's a question to you. So I have pinned a comment. Do you see that I have pinned it, or I have pinned it only for myself?
I don't see any pinned comments.
All right, so so it seems like there is some kind of an opportunity to pin a comment, so that you would be able to read it yourself later. Yeah, but nobody sees it. It seems. Yeah, so I have pinned the following: Ram of the Rose comment. Her personality plus the fact that her videos are actually informative got people to stick around. But I suppose you already know that. Yeah. So. So yeah, first of all, the comment from my side, and you know, people, of course, here is the real Russian point of view. You know, people that we talk straight, yes, without all this. Yeah, so my point of view is that indeed, I suppose that you are not trying to show off. You are not trying to show off like some people. I mean, yeah, bloggers, whatever. And you're just doing your things, yes, without trying to boost your own some kind of, I don't know, personality or just whatever. I suppose that staying just a good person, yeah, is as well something that makes people want to watch you and stay and become the part of your community. Yeah, I don't want to kind of self boast or whatever, but that is something that I see coming sometimes from the people. Yeah, so that is something that people comment about and something that people really adore. Yeah, just if you stay yourself and if you just stay a decent person, that's it. And talking about the videos, by the way, talking about the videos, so they are supposed to be informative. I mean, your videos. And now I'm saying supposed to, because I'm just kind of telling you what people tell. Yeah, but is there anything maybe you would like to improve? Yeah, or maybe change? Is there any kind of area for improvement for the videos, or maybe for the channel? If there is some kind of insight you can give, of course.
Wow, it's such a good question. I like that your questions are really like mindful, and it's very interesting to think about it.
Thanks.
So I think that I have a challenge. I have a dilemma whether should I tell people about only Russia or about myself. Because in my last videos, I started to share a lot of personal stuff like, oh, I failed my driving test, I failed my Chinese exam, so on. But I just became more, so my channel became more about myself, my personality, but I think it is okay at the same time because I don't uh, say that all people in Russia are like me. I'm just showing my life as a person from Russia. But the thing is that my channel is called Yeah Russia. I chose this name when I had like 0 subscribers, but now I think maybe I shouldn't change the name because it's not only about Russia, it's more about me. So I thought about changing it to NK. These are my initials, just 2 letters, NK. But I don't know. I don't know because my channel already got some presents with this title. So I don't know. Yeah, at this thing I just should figure out what should I be focusing on more. And another thing is that I want to make videos more often, be more consistent. I'm just struggling with time management. So I wish I could post once a week, but now since I'm almost free of my university, I will be posting I think once a week. So yeah, and I want to create a channel only in Russian with videos in Russian for people who learn Russian language. So this is one more goal, and I just want to master uh, this art of making vlogs, you know, of showing beautiful views of our cities. So just find this combination, this perfect combination of showing about my life, about Russia around me, and just making it all a nice, good-looking, interesting video. Yeah, and also I got some criticism for being too negative about Russia, although I got like 2% of hate comments, so it's just nothing. But I think that it works this way. If you have like the majority of positive comments, at least for me, I still sometimes really angry at these negative comments, and I'm angry to that point that they motivate me, and I'm like, you're wrong, I know this, so what? So I just will continue making my videos, showing people that I'm not an CIA agent who is paid to show Russia in a bad light. Because I just show people what I live in, what I have. I just show my life, and it is their problem that they see something negative in, because for me it is something normal. So
I see. Well, first of all, thank you for such a comprehensive answer. Yeah, and first of all, I suppose that yeah, Russian name does great. That's my opinion. Of course, if you feel that you need to change it, yeah, you can do this. As well, I saw several comments, yes, that would agree with this point of view that yeah, Russia is indeed some kind of a brand name already. Yes, and if I were you at this point, maybe I would really stick to kind of saving this account name and going with this, because first of all, I don't know, maybe people don't think like this, right? But for me, when I see the name of your channel, it is like I don't expect it to be much boring, maybe, or much documentary, because you have first of all this word yeah in the beginning, and it's supposed to be the word that is used by youth, right? So I don't see, for example, a person in his I don't know, it just, no offense to any guys, yeah, but just I'm talking in average, yeah, who would be just making some documentary movies about Russia, even if they would be informative, but they would be dull like this in the Soviet style. Yeah? So I don't see this having a name like yeah Russia. Yeah. So another point that I actually just said, you already have some kind of a brand name, yes, and if you would like to kind of promote your content, yes, if we're talking formally, yes, about this,
Mhm.
I suppose that you have to stick to it, especially if maybe you would like to make some additional content, maybe about yourself or about, I don't know, some Russian language education, as you said. So this is some type of video that is not, that people do not much know about yet. So maybe this Yeah Russia name would help them to have some kind of a boost, yeah, as well. But talking about some formal stuff, yeah. And
Mhm.
the only thing that I got in my head, but this is some kind of thought, I'm not much aware of this, but you need to reread the guidelines of YouTube regarding using the names of the countries, the national symbolics, yeah, and all these things in your thumbnails, in the names of your videos, for example, or in the name of your channel. Yeah, so the thing is, can you potentially have a problem having some kind of content on a channel which has a Russia in its name? That's what I mean.
Mm. Is it really possible? Is there such thing in the guidelines? Because I've
Double
never
check.
heard about it.
Double
Okay.
check. That's once again something that I came up with now. I think that I
Mm-hmm.
saw something like this. I think that I saw some stories about people's video getting blocked because they used the national symbolics in the
Okay.
thumbnails. So yeah, the question is that this is just some area for double check. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there is no problem. Maybe there is no problem. I do not think that somebody would block your channel just because you're here Russian. Yeah, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about the name plus the content. That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you
Uh,
for this tip because I think I should double check it and yeah, in general, demonstration symbolics is something. Um, because I made a video about protests over Navalny, and now, but it's not about YouTube. It's about Russian laws. Now his symbolics is like extremist. So, but I actually didn't show it in my video. I was quiet in
yeah.
advance, but yeah.
And
um,
the last thing about this is actually I have pinned another comment for myself. It comes from a book is 3, IBUKISF 3. That's what I like about Natasha. She likes to be genuine, not trying to show off. She's a good person and really tries to help folks. Yeah. So
oh, it's so
what?
nice. Thank
Yeah.
you, guys.
So
But at the same time, I don't show everything of my life. So I think I do express honesty, transparency in my videos. I just don't see the points in showing off, like, because when I read the comments, when people are writing like, "Oh, you're so genuine, you don't show off," I'm like, how it can be other than that? How you can show off?
exactly.
Yeah, it's fake in your own life. So I don't know, because I don't watch such YouTubers, but I saw that some YouTubers show off their houses, their like big cars. So mm, this is just funny. But yeah, so I'm really grateful to my audience, and I actually think that I don't communicate with my audience enough, because I just don't have time. It's just impossible for me to answer everything. But if this is my opportunity, I want to thank everybody for these comments, for just believing in me. Yeah, I just want to say that I'm not that like perfect, honest, simple. Yeah. So it's just a part of my life. Yeah. Um. Thank you.
Everybody, give your support in the comment section.
And
This is not something that Natasha is asking. This is me asking you because Natasha is not trying to show off while I'm trying to support her. So yeah, give
thank
your
you.
claps.
And as for you, how did you decide to start your YouTube channel? Maybe you had some like, what made you, what motivated you to do this?
Uh, well, if to tell my story in short, yeah, so I made a channel in 2017. I was thinking about making some kind of a community, yes, with the new people. With the new people, some people that I never knew about, yeah, so not from the real life. And I wanted to, yeah, have some communication with the people from different places. That's why I chose to make the channel in English, right? Initially, what I was doing, actually, I was not doing much. I just made a couple of I had no idea about what should I be making on the channel. No idea. At that moment, I myself have been watching some reaction channels, so I was thinking maybe I could make a couple of videos. Yeah, so the first two videos that I have on my channel, they are reaction ones. Maybe you have seen this. I mean, those who know my channel, because actually it turned out to be that my very first video has now the most views by accident. I don't know.
You mean about Florida?
No. Florida is something recent. Yeah, like a couple of months ago. That was the video Russian reacts to Russians are scary. That is like a 2 minutes video, which has now about 90,000 views, which is just enormous for my channel. And I was sitting there grumpy, making this kind of bass voice, watching the dance soda stand up for 1 minute, yes, and just making some kind of a reaction. I understood that maybe that is not something that I should be doing at that point, so I started to make some vlogs using my phone, yes, and I was trying to kind of combine. Yeah, these were called, I have them in private right now, yeah, they're not public. It's like how I am trying to stop smoking, right? So there was, for example, a day 1 video, yeah, day 2 video. It's a pigeon.
Yes, it is a toy pigeon. He's a special guest today.
Like, where's my cat? Yeah, so the thing is, the thing is that I made some of these videos. Then I made a couple videos about what? I made a couple of videos about some kind of Russia and USA. Yes, so just I was telling that, guys, it's all about the people, not about the government. Yeah, whatever. And at that moment, I bought a camera I'm now using, and I quit. That's it. So actually, I did not have any idea of my channel. Yes, I was just trying to make some random videos to find some people to be communicating to. Yes, I did find some at that point. When I quit YouTube 3 years ago, I had 200 people in my community. Then when I got back to filming, it happened like in November last year. There were 400 people, and I was like, I was doing nothing, and I doubled the audience. Yeah, but anyway. And once again, I had that kind of question, what do I want? Because why I once again decided to make YouTube is because sitting here, working from home, yes, staying home, not going anywhere, not seeing anybody. Yes, it indeed boosted some kind of a will for me to have some kind of communication with the people once again. So I thought like, hey, I have a YouTube channel. Yes, why don't I make some videos? Yeah, so that maybe to find some more people. That's exactly what I started to do. And then it just turned out to be live streams because of the communication. Yeah, and I was making these reactions because first of all, they were easy to be done. No, not much easy. For example, for me to make a good reaction video now would take up to 10 hours because of the montage and etc. Yeah, and I'm a person who has a 5-2 work. Yes, I have a wife, I have kids. Yeah, so time is not something I have much of. Right. And that was just a great instrument for me to find some exact people. So for example, maybe when I'm making the video reaction about Florida, yeah, I do hope that there would be some guys from the US. Yeah, I made a video about some Indian movies. Yes, I do understand that maybe some Indian guys would show up. Yeah, so I would have some kind of a diversity talking about the communication. Yeah. And that's something that I'm doing right now. But at this point, I am more thinking serious about doing YouTube, talking about the content and maybe getting away from that gray area when you can get hit with the copyright strike. Yeah, because making this reaction videos, this is something really dangerous. Yeah, because you, for example, you're doing the content of your own. The only question is the music that you might be using. For example, I heard there was the soundtrack from Деревня Дураков. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it has some copyright, yes.
No,
But
it
talking
doesn't.
about myself, yeah, so every video that I'm doing, of course, it has some kind of copyright issue possible, yeah. So I'm thinking about making some vlogs as well, because they look more colorful, because they as well can attract some people, because as well I can communicate about different topics, and I will be the creator of these topics. Yes, I would not be just following the original video. Yeah, but maybe I will combine. Maybe I will combine both reaction and vlogs, because I already have a great audience, yes, who managed to find me through these reaction videos. So I don't want to turn them down, of course. Yeah. I
Yeah,
suppose I've been talking for a long time, right?
no, it's okay.
Sorry.
I think it is me who is talking the most, because I just like to talk, especially about myself. But yeah, I wanted to say that when I read the description of your channel on YouTube, I put attention to the line where you said that you want to create a community. And I think it is really nice, because it is really important. And I'm not saying that writing that you want to create a community can make you to seem like a friendly person. I think it means that you are indeed a friendly and a communicative person. So just
Communicative, yeah.
communicative, yeah, it is your real goal, and it is really great. And this is what I'm struggling with, because yeah, bloggers are supposed to have their like community, I don't know, like circle, but I don't. I just make videos. Yeah, people might chat in comments, but I don't make like live like chats where people can communicate. For example, one a friend of mine, Nikki Proshin, he is also a blogger. He is a big Russian TikToker, and he created um, like weekly Zoom calls where they teach teach Russian and English, like a separate lesson for Russian language and another for English. So he just likes it. I think, well, some people have this like talent to talk to other people. So yeah, it is nice, and it is good that you can experiment with the genres of your video, and you can do vlogs. You can still make reactions sometimes too, right?
I suppose that the only rules that you should kind of try to stick to are some moral rules, yeah, and some community guidelines, and that's it. Because I myself, for example, I do not have any. I'm not like, it would really be great, of course, to become a big YouTuber, yes, and all this story. But it all depends. It all depends. So as I said, for me, number one goal, yes, and right now it is the experience itself, the process. Because like I am doing live streams like almost every day in Instagram. My wife says that I'm doing too much of it because there's too much of myself, etc. But there are always some people who come. There are always some people who communicate. Yes, so I'm doing this for the process. As well, I still do not have to forget to upload the videos to YouTube. Yeah, but anyway. And the thing here is that I can indeed do whatever I want. I can make a video about this. I'm not looking at the book, yes, that says that you have to behave like this so that to grow your audience, yes, and etc. I'm like, yeah, I just want to feel myself that I like the way I'm doing it, not that I'm doing it by the rules in the book. Yeah, so it all depends on what kind of goals you have. So for me, as I usually say, for me, the process is really important, and the good numbers, if they do somehow happen to be on my channel, this is just a great bonus. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. What about questions?
Yeah, actually, that was something that I wanted to propose as well. So you do not see them, really?
No, actually, I don't see the new comments neither. I see the last comment. Give me some vodka from LC.
Scroll a bit with your finger. Maybe it's stuck.
Yeah, I do scroll, but it's like it's the last one. I don't know, maybe because of the internet connection.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
because talking about the comment section, they actually happen to be like they are updating all the time right now. But anyway, all right. So since we have quite a number of the comments, I mean quite a number of the questions in the question box, guys, I would really. Ah, it's the filter. I thought I lost you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah. So something I would propose is that since Natasha doesn't see the questions, yeah, so I will read the question loudly, right? But so that we would be able to cover as many questions as possible. Yes, I suppose that we would not be given a comprehensive answer, right? And I suppose we can go one by one, unless there is some kind of a special,
okay.
I don't know, communication like, hey, Zangieff, answer this one, or Natasha, for example. Yeah, so quickly, guys, once again, maybe I will not be able to cover all the questions, but anyway. The first one from Jashi, Natasha, not a question, but my goodness, you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, let me take a look at the following one. A book is Natasha and Zangieff. Is it true that the government really gonna impose foreign agent law and ban internet? First of all, quite a political question. Secondly, I'm not much aware of it. Can you comment anything, Natasha, about this? Is government going to impose foreign agent law?
Disappeared. I'm here.
No problem. A quick question to you, if you know something about it, because I do not. Natasha and Zangieff, is it true that the government really going to impose foreign agent law and ban internet?
And ban
I don't think so.
YouTube, and then we are jobless. Well, I hope they don't ban YouTube, but this foreign agents law is true. And I watched Roman Nowfacker's video about it. Do you know about him? NFKRZ.
Yeah, of course. Hello, Blazers.
Yeah.
This is Roman, your favorite chemical brush.
Yeah. So he made a good explanation. So it's mostly about like media or some individuals, but I think I'm fine as long as I don't mess with the Russian government. But I just, I don't think I do anything that can be like suitable for this law. So, but it does exist and it is bad. It is really horrible. I don't know. I don't understand why they made such laws.
I see. Guys, I'm not giving you my comment because actually that is really not something that I'm aware of. Yeah, I did hear that our government had some kind of issues with Twitter. Yeah, that Twitter did not want to delete something or whatever, so they made it in Russian. Just quickly, I'm sorry. Они замедлили работу какой-то социальной сети, не помню какой. Мне кажется, Twitter.
I don't remember because I don't use Twitter. I don't know if they like stopped it, but I know about LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't work in Russia only with VPN. So yeah, so good.
Yeah. So
what's his name?
So it's she. It's she, and her name is Ciri. Like maybe if you know the Witcher 3 game or just the books. Yeah. So Ciri, Cirilla. So she's Ciri. Yeah. Because when we bought her, I was playing Witcher 3, and my wife was reading the book. Yeah. So we just came up with this name. Yeah. So quickly getting back to the chat. Getting back to the chat. a book is 3. There are many questions from you. Yeah, and I will just see one of them so that you read others' questions. Zangieff and Natasha, how much are good cameras, drones, and such equipment cost in Russia? I was I was actually taking a look at this like a couple of days ago. Maybe those who are subscribed to my channel, yeah, you have seen. I mean, in the Instagram, maybe you have seen some stories. Well, it all depends. It all depends, I suppose, on the purpose and the level of quality, though.
Sorry, sir. I'm just trying different
Yeah,
ways.
I was just trying to understand what is happening behind you, but it was yourself. Yeah, so it all depends on the type of quality that you would like to get. For example, I would really like to have some kind of a kit for vlogging. Yeah, and all in all, I suppose it could go up to, I don't know, 700 to 1,000 bucks, including the camera stabilization and mic, but without details, right? I suppose that maybe you can get something cheaper, but I suppose that more or less everything would be more expensive. Do you have any thoughts about this? So if you would like to, because as far as I know, you are now just using your phone, right?
Yeah. I used to film with my iPhone 6, but then I upgraded to iPhone 12. Such a rough upgrade. I want to buy a camera, and yeah, as we discussed, maybe GoPro, or I want to have a small and a light camera, so that people don't notice that I film, and so they're just light to carry. I'm not sure about drones because I've never used them, but I don't know, maybe $500 is the price for them, maybe more. So,
So
yeah.
I'm talking about drones. Yeah, I do know that many people do use them. Yes, and they have some drone footage, but it all depends on what kind of vlogs you are about to be doing. Yeah, so if you will be mainly filming inside the city, you have to think about the laws that are
Yeah,
implied
that's what
within
I
the
want
city
to
zone.
do.
Yeah, because here in Russia we have some kind of a restriction of drone flights within the cities. I don't know exactly how this works. You might need some kind of permission or whatever. But anyway, I suppose that using drones in Russia is more applicable for some places where you would not get caught for doing this. Yeah, of course, there is a lot of footage in YouTube, yes, about Russia, like flyovers, I mean, the cities. But the question is how these were done. Yeah, so it's either people were making this as a professional, yeah, they had some kind of permissions, or maybe somebody was not a law-abiding citizen. Yeah, that is definitely, I suppose, not something that we would like to be doing.
Yeah.
The next question from Mrs. J. Darg. Would you all ever consider moving to the US? Natasha?
Only if I found my dream job, or only if I finally defined what I want to study as my master's, I would like to move there. Like, if if I have family, if I'm okay with my life, I think I would move there. Yeah.
I see.
Such an
But
answer. What about you?
hmm?
Yeah, keep going. You wanted to say?
No, I think I interrupted you. You were saying something.
No, I just wanted to ask you about your opinion about it.
Okay. Um, I was never thinking about it. I suppose that there can be some kind of opportunity, but I myself feel like a Russian guy from Russia, yeah, who is about to live all his life in Russia. Yeah, so I was never thinking about going anywhere. At least maybe not until kind of being the oldest member of the family, if you know what I mean, because I do not see myself living, yeah, without my parents, and I do not see them coming to another country. I don't live with them. Yes, they live in another place, but I mean just some kind of in terms of reachability. Yes, like this. Yeah. So thank you for the question, and Natasha, thank you for the response. Let's go further. Kalki Jason, keep that pigeon, Billy. Billy is the name of a pigeon, right? Or
No, actually,
I don't know.
that guy who messaged He's one of my like old subscribers, and he calls me Billie for some reason, even though I asked him to not call me Billie. But yeah.
Can there be some kind of Billie Eilish reference?
I don't know what Billie means actually.
Only name. For
Maybe.
me, it would be only name. Yeah. So, you're cute. I don't know who, but I suppose you, Natasha. My big nose, yes, is not something to get a compliment. So, is the question from a Rem of the Rose: is Natalia into photography?
Not really. I think I maybe have some skills. Like I know how to take just not a good, but just an average picture. But no.
I see. Yeah, you know, the thing about myself, by the way, I was always hating to be taking pictures. I mean, especially of myself, if somebody would be taking them. That's why I really usually do not have any pictures of myself in my socials, yeah, etc. Because I don't like how I manage, to look at the photos. But somehow it is not applicable to what happens in the videos, because like in the videos there is a live process, and while making a photo, just somebody makes you look not in the best pose, like, and that will be saved, for the whole time. Nah, don't like it.
I agree. I think that so I'm really grateful that my friends do know how to take good pictures, but I'm really sorry for them because when they give me this opportunity, I always fail. I'm not as skilled like photographer, but when it comes to video, I think I have just some like natural understanding of this process, but I think I still need to acquire some skills.
I see.
Yeah.
By the way, there is a question. There is a message from the chat box. But I think this is a reference to myself. I guess I don't know why. But there is a question from message from 007 Pablo. Run away from that drunk guy. Do you mean that I look like a drunk guy, or you mean somebody else?
I think it was a drunk guy who wrote it himself, or maybe it is a reference to my video because in my April video there was a moment when a strange man followed me, and people are still messaging me about it.
Oh, I see. I see. All right.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments.
No offense taken. Just if you would think about it, I'm just wondering. All right. So the next one. I'm sorry.
It's not about you, I'm sure.
All right, but anyway, I do drink sometimes, so it's all right.
Me too.
Everybody does. Are there any ways to be rich in Russia without being corrupt? Yes, if you become a big YouTuber, I guess. I'm sorry, Natasha. I'm not talking about you, man. Some guys who have millions of people. Yeah.
Well, I think if you don't want to be corrupted and still be rich, there are possibilities. Of course, you can have some like demanded profession, right? To be hardworking and to get to the higher position. I think it is possible. Or military people also earn a lot, but salaries in Russia is a big pain for me. So if I start discuss it, I would turn negative again. But there is a small percentage of a rich, like higher class in Russia, but still it's not just my words. This is what like political scientists, sociologists say, that in Russia there is a small middle class. There's a lot of poor people, a lot of rich people, and this middle class just doesn't like exist. Almost.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I see. Another great question from Viking Legion, Aaron. Where did you get that pigeon?
Hmm. Yeah, a good question. Thank you. So he flew to me from St. Petersburg. A good friend of mine, a good friend of mine sent it to me by post, and it's like from some store in St. Petersburg. There is a store with unusual toys, and he does look how a real one. I even put it on the microwave in my house, and when my parents came from work, they thought that it was a real one.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really funny, and that is different, and that is indeed different from what you expect. Yes, to be a fluffy toy. Yeah, because I suppose that here in my flat we have something traditional like cat or
Bears, teddy bears.
teddy bear. Yeah, but pigeon is indeed something exotic. Um. I will read this question, yeah, because I'm not reading all the questions because I'm not now taking a look at all of them. Yeah, but if I see one, I will read it. This one might be a bit specific. How do you feel about this, Natasha? Are LGBTQ, but I suppose that's a mistake. LGBTQ, and it's a strange question. Are LGBTQ, and do you think people's opinions in Russia will change about LGBTQ? Yeah. So Olin Mayer, yeah, the question from the Olin Mayer. What do you think is Russia going to be thinking differently about the people from this LGBTQ area?
Yeah, I'm actually
Plus LGBTQ
yeah.
plus.
I'm actually going to make a whole video about it, about attitude of Russian people. I want to show some like interviews. I want to show some statistic of criminal cases. But I'm also afraid of being, this we have a law. At first,
Propaganda, yeah, propaganda.
yeah, we have a law which sounds as a propaganda of LGBT plus to kids, something like this. So I'm scared that the government can use this law to to like jail me for that video. So I should be really careful making that video, citing only like official sources. At the same time, there's not a lot of official statistics because this topic is not discussed in Russia. But in my opinion, um, unfortunately, Russia is homophobic and more than some other countries. And as far as I see, it is changing. It is changing because so I'm 22, right? I'm not a teenager already, but I I do see what teenagers, how they think, how they communicate, and I think that they are less aggressive towards LGBT than maybe the Soviet generation, because I think it comes from fear. It comes from fear to something unfamiliar. And also, I do think that our government purposely is pushing that hate towards LGBT. And and what I'm trying to say, I think it is still bad. It is maybe better than in some Muslim countries, or not Muslim, but how to say, like Middle Eastern, but it's way worse than in Europe or the United States. So there's a lot to change. There's a lot to be fighting for. So yeah, just watch my video if I make it, if I'm brave
Yeah.
enough to make it.
So actually, just yeah, I was listening to you. At the same point, I was taking a look at the comment section, and I see that there were several comments from people telling you not to make this video because they are really afraid, yes, of anything that can happen. Yeah, because of this. My point, not about the video, yeah, but about the topic would be following that. You know, guys, sometimes you just may not have your point of view about things. Yeah.
So me personally, I'm quite neutral. Yeah, so I would not be the one who would be kind of much talking about this topic, because this has never been the part of my life. This has never been something that was surrounding me, and this is not something that I got used to be seeing, hearing about, and etc. So for me, I do understand that people coming from LGBTQ plus groups, yes, they of course are present in Russia. But let's say that is not so evident, at least to myself. That is why I myself kind of, for me, is this topic is not something that I can really cover, because I really have no idea about this. This is an honest point of view from myself. Yeah, I will not be saying that, yes, I'm into it like many people do. Yeah, I'm really telling you that, guys, I am not involved into this topic, because this had never been the part of my agenda, yeah, so to say. And since I yeah, you know, my family members, yeah, so I'm a, how to say, straight, yeah, guy.
Right.
Yeah, so once again, this is not something that I have been experiencing. Talking about Russia, so indeed, these topics are not so popular. I suppose that it's not only about the government, it's about the people themselves, because we still have a lot of people who would feel negative, yes, about this. Maybe in terms of government, yeah, government is just trying to protect other people, because otherwise, if we would have everything so open, I suppose that many people, this on the people level, they would start confrontation. And since we have this topic, some kind of low, staying low, yes, we don't have much brutality happening, because it seems to be like out of sight, whatever. I'm not talking about somebody's rights. I'm not talking about that somebody's rights are now being uh, under, how to say it, ущемляются,
Repressed, suppressed.
repressed. Yeah. But I really try to understand what would happen in Russia if we would allow all of this. Because it's not about the laws, once again, it's about the millions of people who are still come from the previous generations with their different mindset. Yeah, so, but
Yeah.
that's my point of view. That's my point of view.
Yeah, I would just add that I think it is a mild process, because the generations should pass until Russia becomes more LGBT friendly. I'm not talking about allowing same-sex marriages. I'm talking about changing people's attitude and so-called Russian mentality. Even though I don't believe that there is some kind of mentality. Mentality can be a mentality of a victor, a winner, not a Russian. So I don't like this phrase, "российский менталитет." But we still do have some features, some cultural things that make people maybe at least a little ignorant, maybe aggressive, scared. So this all is changing really gradually, and I think this process started in other countries like 20 years ago, but in Russia only yet to come. So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree here that maybe we're just following, yeah, some kind of things happening at our place. Yeah, so maybe of course there is a chance. Yeah, there is a chance that something that you were asking about would happen in Russia in several years. Yeah, because I'm not aware of this topic. I do not know how quick all these trends happen to be in the USA, for example. Yeah, or there was a long term basis for this to be happening. I don't know. Yes, talking about Russia once again, I see no signs now of situation to be changing, but once maybe it will change.
Yeah, I think we need like 15 years for this.
I don't know. I don't know. Once again, it all depends about the people. I suppose that. I suppose, not my point of view. It may be different from yours. I do understand this, but I would think I'm not protecting. I'm not protecting the government, but I really think that with the mindset of many people that we have, yes, if this would be something okay here, yes, we would really have a bigger conflict
Mm-hmm.
than we have now. But times change, and we'll see what
Right.
happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose maybe about 5 more questions, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
we'll finish here. So this one, так, T.H. Hanno, how did you guys meet? Uh, Everything is simple. I wrote, she responded. The end of the
Yeah.
story. Here we are.
Yeah, we discussed some technical stuff on Instagram about camera, microphones, and then we just decided to have this chat.
Yeah, for what, once again, big thanks from my side to you. Thank you very much for joining and feeling quite confident actually about making this live stream, because as you said, this is your first experience, right? And I suppose that you are doing just more than great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so like as if you this is not the first one for you. Would you guys do it again? I suppose maybe somewhere in the future, maybe. Yeah, so this is not something that we are gonna be kind of spoiling you with. Maybe once, maybe once. It all depends on like everybody. All right, to each of you, how has YouTube been changed your life for the better, and how for the worse? I can start this one.
Mhm.
If you want. So, talking about better. Oh, first of all, as I said, my English has indeed improved, and I'm not using my full power right now. Yes, of English, because I can be really trying to be making different accents, and this would
Wow.
definitely not be something like a Russian accent. I cannot tell you for sure what kind of an accent I have right now, yeah, but definitely that is not something that you would expect to hear from a Russian person. Or maybe if, if we're trying to be talking about the American way, yeah, the old way, like it's done in the South. Well, I can be trying to be making such voice, but once again, I do not think that this kind of accent is something I'm gonna be using in the long term way. So yeah, usually I stay with some average pronunciation like I have now. Yeah, so indeed, YouTube has managed to improve my language skills, and a lot of communication, a lot of like new friends, a lot of good emotions, a lot of new information. Just guys, a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff. Yeah, so I I'm a very communicative person in real life, right? But I always have been communicating with all the people just at the place of our kind of presence. Like if I'm in the school, I'm talking to the schoolmates only in school, yes, but nowhere else. If I'm working, I talk to my colleagues, but so we do not spend any time anywhere except for the work. Yeah, so in real life, I would not say that I have friends except for, I don't know, my wife, my mom. Yeah, and that's it. And so getting people here is just a great way to be having a lot of communication. So yeah, that's the great thing. Talking about worse, I don't have weekends now because like it's every time it's either I'm working 5 to every evening. Yes, it's either YouTube or supporting wife or whatever. In the weekend, yeah, so it's once again supporting with the kids or YouTubing or etc. I do not have day offs.
Mm. Yeah, but you can kind of combine it, and for example, if you're going to some outing with your family, right, you can make a vlog about it, and it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, but what about you?
Uh, First I wanted to say that it's really cool how you change these accents. I didn't know that you can make this posh Brit. I can't do it. Yeah, but I think it's a special skill to change your not only voice but tone.
Mm.
How did you start? How did you learn
I don't know, just listening to stuff,
it?
just impersonation. I was back in the days. I was trying to improve the speed of speech by listening to rap music, American rap music, mainly to Busta Rhymes songs, and I was trying to make a cover of them. I mean, for myself, yes, not for the record. And this indeed helped me out to be able to pronounce the words and the sentences really quicker. And anyway, I suppose that when you're trying to speak quicker, you're anyway trying to as well impersonate the person who you are listening to. I mean, in that case, it was Busta Rhymes. So it was not like I was trying to speak in English with my Russian accent. Yes, I was as well trying to sound like the Busta Rhymes himself. The same thing then happened with some people from the movies, from video games. Yeah, you just try to repeat it. And for example, this southern accent that I was trying to be doing, I suppose that I got it after playing some Red Dead Redemption games, some games with the cowboys. Yeah, so you just sit, you play for, I don't know, dozens of hours, and then it becomes the accent, the only accent that you know, because you have been hearing it for many hours. For example, yesterday and the day before yesterday, I was watching some random clips from the Peaky Blinders TV series, and they have a very strong English accent. I don't want to offend anybody, but where the people are speaking like this, the Peaky Blinders, yeah, and you as well trying to impersonate this. This is just +1 accent to yourself. That's it,
Okay.
just impersonation.
Yeah, and answering the question, I think that my life changed for the better in terms of just, I think everything, because as I told today, about 4 months ago, my channel just skyrocketed in number of subscribers, and I started getting a lot of messages and comments, and at first I was able to read each of them, and mostly they were like about keep it up, nice video, we support you, and just I can't even describe their level of just how touched I was by it. Yeah, and just how amazing when my friends also congratulate me on this achievement. And my university teachers are also amazed by my channel, by the numbers. Also, of course, money, because I got a lot of Patreon support. I also turned on monetization on my channel. So now I didn't know that it would be possible, but YouTube became a source of income for me. I know that it is not stable, it is temporary, yeah, and it just like a dream job, but I know that it's not a job, but still. And also now I feel power. I mean, I feel freedom. I feel that at least I'm not struggling, and I can even travel in Russia and make vlogs. I can also live in Khabarovsk. Like it also comes to some like simple human necessities. Like I'm not struggling with food. As it's not that. So before I also worked. I worked as a tutor of Russian, as a tutor of English, but now I'm doing what I enjoy the most, and also I can express my passion for the art if I dare to call my videos this. But yeah, this is about the positive side, And negative, I think, is just my struggles with managing my time, because I'm trying to make videos often. At the same time, I have studying, I have other things in life, and I wish I would be more consistent. And I noticed that sometimes I'm like, for example, if I'm walking somewhere and I see something beautiful, I immediately want to start filming this. But then I'm like, do I walk for myself or for the audience? So I need to find this balance between my life and my life that I'm ready to show in the videos. And I think I'm trying to figure it out. I'm successful in it, but still, sometimes I notice that my channel is the only thing that I'm thinking about now. So I need to switch to some other fields of life, like studying in my university, like reading books, like now, as I told you, I want to create another channel about learning Russian. Yeah, but it's also a channel. So I'm like in this YouTube trap, but I mean, I like it. And also, one more thing is probably some hateful comments, which, as I said, I got really little, really not many of them, but as I mentioned, some Russian bloggers, maybe because they're jealous, they like to they say that the only reason of success of my channel is that I show Russia in the negative light, or just, I don't know, spread some rumors about me. And sometimes when I read these comments, I'm like, I don't get angry with these people. I feel sorry for them. I feel I could help them, but the only opportunity for them to express their anger is to write a comment for me. Yeah, but at the same time, I sometimes I'm worried. What if all these bad comments? What if they affect my mental state somehow? But I'm trying to figure it out. And yeah, just I think it is a stage that many bloggers have to come through. Just, just, and also maybe I shouldn't read all the comments because I'm still on that point when I read almost every comment under my videos. In this, YouTube Studio app, you can read them all. So yeah, but overall, my channel is just one of the best things that happened in my life, I would say.
Yeah. At this point, I'd really agree with you, because, like, I don't understand what you mean by when you are saying that it's better you have some other activity besides YouTube, otherwise that the YouTube would be some kind of a monopoly, yes, for your time. And unfortunately, if something happens, I suppose that you would really lose a great part of your life and your soul. I suppose so, yeah, because that is something that I'm thinking about right now myself. Yeah, so if I get rid of YouTube, do I have anything left besides work and family, which is great, of course, yes, but I mean about some extra activities. I don't think so. And the guys leaving bad comments, yeah, I'm sorry that you have to hear this. I mean, from some people that you write comments, I see your point about many people saying that you made your channel because of the negative view about Russia. Yeah, but the thing is that the thing that you actually wrote me when we first communicated through the Instagram direct, I was asking you, so I hope that everything is fine, yes, because of all this things happening to you. And you said, like, I don't understand why people think that I'm trying to show Russia in a negative way. I'm just showing the way Russia is.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Yeah, so actually I myself, yes, I was never thinking about your channel just to be some kind of a negative. way of thinking. So of course there can be some people that would think otherwise, but just don't pay much attention to this. The only person who you have to, whose mindset you have to understand is yourselves. Because if you would be more than sure yourself that, hey, I'm not doing any negative content, yes, and there is no proof that I make negative content, in that case, you just would not believe in something you read in the comment section, and that's it. But I do understand you correctly, because sometimes this happens to me as well. Yes, I do myself face similar situations, but I suppose this is the part of the YouTuber's life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, what do you think? The last one?
Yeah, I mean, we can answer a couple or more if you want.
Guys, of course, all the questions would not be covered because there's a pretty number of them. So I'm really sorry, but at the same time, I'm really thankful that you have indeed managed to invest your time and effort to be watching us and leaving some comments. All right, so just give me a sec. Joshi, comment by Joshi. I must say you guys have a good chemistry and would make good duo YouTubers. All right, thanks, man. So there's another question. Some questions they repeat. So Natasha, do you someday wish to move to America? Yeah, but this one it was already covered, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Zangieff, can you bust out your Life of Boris skills? It would be great. Not now, man. Not now. Maybe later today. Later today. Yeah. So later today I will be having the live stream on YouTube. Yeah. So I will show it there, but I will not spend some time on it right now here. Yeah. So sometimes I impersonate Life of Boris channel. Yeah. So I as well put the Sushanka glasses, yes, and the scarf in. How you doing, my friends? You know, like this. Yeah. So anyway, another question. I'm looking for. The question, what do you think about Sputnik vaccine from KLIG Jessen? Yeah, the same one, Kelki Jessen. I think nothing about it. I'm not vaccinated at this point, and I'm not sure whether I will be in the nearest time.
I'm not vaccinated yet, too, but my parents did it. They are okay, and they did it like several months ago. I want to make to get the vaccine, but I have to go to some like government hospital I just don't want to bother it yet. But if I need it for some travels, I will do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So, have either of you been to Batumi, Georgia? I never been to Georgia. Georgia like country, and of course Georgia like state. Yeah. Have you ever been to Georgia?
No.
No.
No. The closest I've been to Louisiana State, Florida, but not Georgia.
And I'm thinking about our Georgia. Yeah. So, guys, if you don't know,
no.
yeah. So, guys, Georgia, for those who don't know, it's not only the state in the U.S., but as well, this is the post-Soviet country neighboring Russia. Yes, and for those who only know, this is the neighboring country as well. This is the state in the U.S. Camilo La Realtor, what is your favorite Russian song?
Oh, I don't remember. Russian song, you mean?
Yeah, so if you listen to some Russian bands or whatever, what would be the most one that you like? The song, for example, or the band?
I think it is one of I Speak song. Let it be Сказка, fairy tale. I Speak.
I Speak is the name of the band, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
hard to say. I would say that I don't listen to Russian music actually. Yeah, because like I listen to
Yeah,
some
me too.
trap music. Yeah, just something without lyrics. If I'm listening to rap music, that is American rap. If I listen to the metal music, mostly this is the English speaking bands like Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, or Bring Me the Horizon.
Hmm.
All right. What is the hardest thing about learning English from Vic channel? Mm, commitment. I don't know. So I, for example, was a bad guy, a bad boy. Yeah, back in the days because I was really bad at making homework. I did not have much of a discipline, and I got ass kicked a lot by my mother. Yeah, that is not the best experience. I mean, for the mother as well. Yes, if your child is not that much looking forward to be studying, yeah. So I suppose commitment is the hardest thing. But once again, it all depends on the age when you are starting to learn. I suppose it's applicable for any language. Yeah, you just have to learn it, and that's it. All right, so I suppose at this point, I suppose we can actually finish the stream because, guys, indeed we had a great live. I suppose that both of us, yes, we had a great opportunity to communicate
Yeah.
with each other. Yeah, thank you very much for this. Yes, and with our great people here. We've been streaming for more than 2 hours. That definitely exceeds some kind of amount of time that I was thinking about. I suppose yours as well. But anyway, what
Yeah.
would be the final words for today? Maybe you would like to say to our great people here.
I was so stressed when I was going to have this live stream because, as I said, this is my first live on Instagram, and even though I was sure that we would have a nice and mindful and interesting conversation, as it is, yeah. But I just, it's just going out of my comfort zone. Um, yeah, but the questions are really interesting, and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to talk to you, to discuss all of these things, and to read the comments of people like in real life. Because before, my communication with my audience was only like one-sided. I would just read comments, but here I can read comments in real life and answer some questions. So my final words would be thank you for inviting me, for giving me this like a little practice of live streaming and just talking English. And thank you all guys who attended this chat. Um, just follow Zangieff on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow my channel and my Instagram. I also have the same Instagram called Yeah Russia, but just today I decided to be streaming from my personal account. So yeah, love Russia, love Russian language, or if you don't love Russia, still love our videos. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a great speech. Thank you very much for this as well. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, first of all, very much for accepting this offer from my side. Yes, and deciding to participate in this live stream. I do really appreciate everything that you said, your point of view, because it was indeed a big pleasure for me to be talking to you as a person. Yes, because indeed when you some kind of have some, I don't know, kind of connection, yes, about the topics, yes, when we understand each other, of course, that is something that helps the communication yet to be successful a lot. I would not be saying too long. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, everybody, for your, first of all, attention, and secondly, your time invested in both of our communities. Yes, I really do very much love your support with your participation. And once again, thank you very much for coming. Say bye-bye to the great pigeon, to Natasha and myself. And see you a bit later, because I'm having another stream on YouTube today in
Oh really?
12 hours. Yeah, I'm having Zangieff Sunday Live 12.
Will you save this live stream?
In Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
And the question is that I was trying to understand, can I somehow download it? Maybe so that to upload it on YouTube, because you know, the last stream that I made, some guys on YouTube felt really upset that they wouldn't be able to see it on YouTube because they did not have Instagram. Yeah, but I do not have an answer to this question. And the big problem of lives on Instagram is that when you rewatch it in Instagram, unfortunately, you do not see the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that is really a big problem that, like, I was really upset about, because when you are rewatching the live streams, you can take a look at some of mine in the YouTube. Yes, all the chat, everything is saved. Here, maybe I don't know something, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well.
But anyway, once again, thank you very much, and maybe let's go and do our great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And goodbye from Pigeon too. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.